It's time now for the Peter Channel morning news on this Monday morning, April 10th, 2017. Got good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, April 10th, 2017. Here are your news and odds here. Touch straight at 8 a.m. on this Monday morning is Washington, U.S. President of the United Nations Nikki Haley said evidence off the table when it comes to the reports of tough sanctions on Russia and Iran and the view that heard Sunday at CNN. The confirmation of just the deal of course to the Supreme Court has left shadow political convention in the wake refused to hold the meetings for America and the first partisan filibuster of a high court nominated the demise of the Senate. Seoul, Tokyo, China and South Korea agreed on Monday to slap tougher sanctions on North Korea that carries out nuclear long-range missile tests, and senior official in Seoul said the U.S. said. A day after brazen ISIS attacks killed dozens of two Coptic Christian churches in the Palm Sunday, Egypt declared a 3-month state of emergency and resident designed to help in 4 days without the killers. Madrid and alleged Russian actor had been instated in Spain and requested American authorities and arrested and sent to cybersecurity circles in the West after a Russian broadcaster raised a possibility that was linked to the U.S. Alleged Indian spy Bashar Jannah was today sentenced to death by a Pakistani military court for espionage and sabotage activities against Pakistan. Sweden's prime minister has told the families that the victims of a Friday struck attack in the day are not alone after the country held a minute of silence. Paris, Marine Le Pen attempts to convince the voters that she has modernized the affairs of a far-right Front National Party have come to question after she questioned French state role in the Holocaust. Katie McFaul, Deputy National Security Advisor, the Spectral Lead Post. Police in Wisconsin have ripped out security local church on Sunday after a Manhattan continues fire. 32-year fugitives accused of stealing more than 1,000 weapons from a gun store to mail an anti-gun from Memphis President Donald Trump. SUNI and CUNI students from families that comes up to $125,000 without paying tuition, but some aid experts are allowed by the request of graduate state for the same number of years that they received the benefit. When Steve Bannon, President Trump's chief strategist, appeared at gun stores political action comments in February, he appeared to be the head of the powers. A major alarm fire destroyed several buildings after Port Arthur early Monday, and firefighters close to the city were able to rescue one person and only minor injuries were reported. The National Center for Environmental Information said there were 5 disasters from January to March, which cost a record $5 million for the first quarter. Barclays PLC clearly cares about the whistleblowers. After all, whistleblower Chairman Santana Board and British Bank claims away. It deals with the nebulous for being successful. President Donald Trump took credit from the Toyota Motor Corporation to invest $1.33 billion in existing U.S. factory in China and spending the Japanese automaker responsible to fill the plant in Mexico. Tom Hayes, a former banking commissioner as well as regular London bank, offered rates says a trader like me should be in prison because of the Bank England commercial makes it keep liberal for now and liberal for law. The Model 3 has arrived. The latest in the minds have some investors in the past weekend making more of a stock unit above. But it's all the first time the driver market capital to 4 top of nights. Looking at the stocks today, Dow is down 6.85 points at 26.6.10. S&P 500 down 1.95 at 23.54, and Nasdaq down 1.114 at 5877.81. More than 2/3 of the coal in Australia is Great Barrier Reef is exposed to shocking amounts of bleach and new aerial surveys reveal. And the art consumption exploded GJ 132. Which omitted red doors on GJ 1132. There are good reasons that the cabinet about an exploded GJ 1132B. A woman has been making a close point to the earth on the 8th. There's no need to panic. NASA says it won't cloud around a pair. If you wonder why so many millions of people are good to a life camera, pregnant giraffe with it, declined for many weeks now to give birth to calf, and we are expected to just be sent posted on the April Giraffe's official Facebook page. After paying $20,000, Sean Smith has his husband have found out that heterosexual couples do not pay as much for a fertility treatment. And now take a look at New England News Report. In Southwest Massachusetts, about 9 minutes ago on 3 Central Street, a report of car in the building. No injuries. Crews responded. At 7 a.m., no vehicle building. Roof truck grazed the building. Okay, now look at sports at 8:04. The Boston Red Sox defeat the Detroit Tigers 7-5. Tonight, Boston Celtics be taking on Brooklyn Nets. Game time 7:30 p.m. Boston Celtics Red Sox be taking on the Detroit game time 1:10 p.m. And not unless it's girls lacrosse team will be having a game against the Rockland Bulldogs. Game time 3:30 p.m. at North Eye. Russell Westbrook stands alone after the 42nd triple-double of the season in fourth quarter assist to Savage Christian. The Woodstock Police Department treated recent picture of Otis Nix as a 17-year-old ball player was last season Saturday at 10 a.m. as he was reported missing in Georgia. As of 2016-17 NBA season approached Wednesday night's finish line, federal play for another season scheduled to the process. The Bruce Clinton 13th thanks for trial. Maple Leaf lost on Sunday evening. Peter Children's Time, 8:05 on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Let's start off MBTA where we're on Breakthrough Metro trains with experience. Minor delays of northbound service from Breakthrough to JFK UMass today. On the commuter rail, Fitchburg train 446 inbound operating 5-10 minutes past coming between the Littleton and North Station due to freight train interference. Please board Whistle Line trains at 586, 512, 514, 516, and 589 by Providence West Center, Wellesley Square, Wellesley Hills. Franklin train 706, 708 from Fort Box over 10 minutes past between Walpole Substation and train traffic. Kingston train 0333, 711 from Substation operating train 530 minutes past between Breakton and Kingston and train traffic. And Thursday, I'll look again here. Okay, take a look at hours and byways of Connecticut here, 95 southbound side, so from Fairfield and Outerbound, Stepford here. 95 to the northbound side, also West Haven to New Haven here. 84 westbound side, also Route 80 to Georgia. 84 eastbound side, also West Harvard to Hartford. 91 at the northbound side, expect to ride 291 at Winslow. 291 at the northbound side, it is backed up from 57 at 291 at Springfield. 57 at the eastbound side, it is backed up from 5 to 91 at Eggewa. Central Massachusetts, 198 at southbound side, also on Route 298 at Worcester. Sorry, eastbound side is back to Auburn to Worcester on Route 9, 146 on the northbound side, also on 290 Worcester. 45 on the northbound side is back to Hopkins down around Route 9 and what? In Westbury, 45 southbound side, also 629 to 290 and Bomber. Massburg eastbound side, also for Route 45 up in Westbury. Down in Rhode Island, 95 on the southbound side, so protected downtown Providence, 95 on the northbound side, back around. 295 working to Route 195 in Providence, 195 westbound side, also 6 o'clock downtown Providence, 185 eastbound side, also at 95 in Providence. 295 on the northbound side, so for 37 in Route 12 Crescent, 25 on the southbound side, it is back to 6 down Route 14 in Justin, 146 on the southbound side, so for 5095 downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, also East Greenwich. Jamestown, Meadow and Newport Bridges out. Lincoln again, 185 westbound side, so for 88 in Westport all the way at around 24 in Fall River. Board Bridge on the upbound side, and it's local 28 southbound side, so for the board stretch here. But 6 from several down all lanes here. 95 on the northbound side, 146 on both ends back to the North Smithfield, 99, slow from 126 and 122 in Lincoln over the second here. 295 on the northbound side, and then back to Route 95 of the Albert, 95 on the northbound side, back to 295. In Albert, all the way out to Route 128 Kenton, 24 on the northbound side, back to 27, back to Route 128 Kenton. Route 20 on the northbound side, so Tracy Higgin on the Braintree split. 120 on both ends, slow right the Braintree split, 7 expressway, both ends back to the North Side down to Quincy. 120 on the northbound side, back to Route 1, then Norman all the way to Route 20 Waltham. 120 to stop by, so Liffey on Waltham. 120 on the northbound side, also from Route 2, Lexington, Route 3, Burlington. 93 on the northbound side, this is also from Mass Park down to Zinke Bridge, Boston. Mass Park eastbound side, also from Bayham all the way after the Alton Martin Tolls. Mass Park westbound side, also Newton Corner. Mass Park westbound side, also from Loader Airport all the way to South Boston. Route 1 on the southbound side, also from Chelsea down to Charlestown. 93 on the southbound side, some go between 230 minutes north and down to the Zinke Bridge to Boston here. 45 on the northbound side, back to Route 2 and Acton down to Wilton. Route 3 southbound side, so between Chelmsford and 128 in Burlington. 45 on the northbound side is back to around Route 3 in Chelmsford, and 45 on the southbound side is also a large stretch. And 45 on the southbound side, so Route 97 in April here. 93 on the southbound side, also to Route 101 in Manchester. Every turnpike on the southbound side, also to Route 101 in Manchester, New Hampshire. And all the highways and byways have normally looking at some of 87, 89. Southbound side is also Kid able to upstate New York and Vermont. And the Southport Spur after the main traffic in South Portland here. Interstate A7 at southbound side of Louisville before Route 7 in Detroit. Route 7 at eastbound side of Louisville, Albany down Detroit. And New York State 3 eastbound side is backed up between Schenectady and A7 and Albany. Here. Heater chill new time is 8:10 on this Monday morning here, and it's time now for a weather report here and break out the shorts like me because it is going to be a warm Monday and Tuesday is going to be warmer here. Day what day tonight? River flood waters are made in effect for a few bases across southern New England and the river levels remain near above flood stage. Fire weather officials have advised of elevated fire weather potential late Monday morning and afternoon. Days 2 to 7 Tuesday for Sunday. River flood waters remain in effect for a few bases across southern New England where river levels are made near above flood stage. On Tuesday there will be a continued elevated fire weather potential. On Tuesday, as stated by fire weather officials, there will be a low risk for strong thunderstorms. They may produce small hail and gusty winds across north central Connecticut, central western Massachusetts, and the northwest Rhode Island. And special weather statement. Elevated risk of fire spread potential late this morning and afternoon. And Massachusetts, Connecticut fire weather officials are advised of an elevated fire spread potential late this morning and afternoon. Officials are made concerned at the top layer. Find fuels, especially any south-facing slopes in the location away from any snow-packed afternoon. High temperatures will reach into the 70s in the northwest of Boston to Providence line. This combined with an afternoon southerly westerly winds up gusting of 20 to 30 miles will help drop minimum afternoon relative humidity levels between 20 and 30%. This condition will result in an elevated risk of fire spread potential. Okay, 7-day forecast will be like this. Today, south about 72 degrees. South wind becoming in southwest wind 5 to 10 miles in the morning. With good gust 26 miles an hour for tonight. Most of the coast about 50 degrees. Southwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour. For Tuesday, south about 6 degrees. Southwest about 6 to 10 miles and gust 25 miles an hour. For tonight, most of the coast about 52 degrees and southwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour. For Wednesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. and then showers likely possible thunderstorms between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. Some storms produce small hail. Most of the coast about high at 68 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Chance of 6%. One night, a chance of showers maybe before 7 p.m. Forecast about 42 degrees and chance of 30%. Thursday, most that's got 59 degrees. By the night, chance of showers after 5 p.m. Mostly cost about 41 degrees and chance of 30%. Friday, chance of showers before 10 a.m. 47 forecast about 55, about 37 degrees and chance of 30%. For Saturday, forecast about 59, about 42 degrees. And for Sunday, chance of showers, forecast about 60 degrees and chance of 30%. Currently here in Taunton here, it's 51 degrees and first guys. It's 48 degrees and Mansfield 50, and that's me for the feature channel. Morning news on this Monday morning, April 10th, 2017 at PCM. Good morning, good positive to be out. Good day. Have a good day.